So which is it? Is Jesus true God? There's four ways the Bible shows us that he is. The divine names, the divine attributes, the divine works that he did, and that he receives honor and worship and glory. Or is he true man? The Bible shows us he's true man. It calls him a man. He has a human body and soul, and he experiences human emotions. So is he true man or true God? Well, yes. Jesus is both true God and true man. Now, in theological terms, we call this stuff personal union. It's where the divine and the human are joined into a single essence in Jesus Christ. He is both true God and true man. Now, during his earthly ministry, he set aside some of those divine attributes and characteristics. He didn't make full use of his power. He didn't use all of his glory and might. It was sort of hidden away in human flesh. God with us in the person of Jesus, hidden from our sight and yet present. Now, that's a really important thing about Jesus being true God and true man that helps us understand maybe why God did it this way. And if you remember in the Old Testament, when God was so holy they couldn't speak his name, but also so holy they couldn't come into his presence. If anybody came into the presence of God who was a sinful person, that person would die. And they actually feared the idea of being in God's presence. Even when they were given the opportunity to come up the mountain of Sinai, the elders of Israel, who were invited by God to come into his presence, wouldn't go. They asked Moses, you go, you take our place. They feared being in the presence of God, and rightly so. When Isaiah was called as a prophet, he was in the throne room of God, and his immediate reaction to all this majesty and glory and wonder wasn't, this is way cool. It was, oh, woe is me. I'm a sinful man, a man of unclean lips. He was saying, I'm done. I'm toast. God is going to destroy me. I can't be in the presence of a holy God. And so God wanted to be with his people. He wanted to come and meet us where he's at. Remember, that's the theology of the cross, that God comes and meets us where we're at, lost in sin and death. How does a holy God come to people in sin and death? Well, he has to have a covering. He has to have a separation. It was pictured for us in the Old Testament in the temple. Between the Holy of Holies and the holy place, there was a curtain. And nobody could even look into the Holy of Holies. Nobody could enter it except for the high priest once a year. And then only after he filled the place up with smoke, so they wouldn't accidentally look upon the glory of God. That curtain was a separation between the presence of God and the people of God. Now Jesus has come in the flesh. And that flesh is a separation between the glory of God and the people of God. So that God could come and be with his people. The personal union, the divine and the human are joined together and hidden in the flesh of Jesus Christ. It's clearly revealed in Scripture, and yet it's far beyond our understanding. It's what the Bible calls a mystery. Mystery, not something to be solved like an Agatha Christie story, but a mystery, something that's open and revealed yet incomprehensible. Something not to solve, but something to delight in. It's inexplicable, and it's wondrous, and something we rejoice in as God's people, to know that God has come to us in the person of Jesus Christ. 1 Timothy 3:16 puts it this way: beyond all question, the mystery of godliness is great. He, meaning Jesus, appeared in a body, was vindicated by the Spirit, was seen by the angels, was preached among the nations, was believed on in the world, was taken up in glory. Jesus, true man and true God, for us.